Hello, everyone. It's Phil Jones from Projector Reviews, and joining me is Amanda, Kaylin, and Zach. And today we're going to be talking about a great opportunity for you to upgrade your system through Dreamedia's Man Cave Makeover. So Zach, what is this contest about?
Yeah, thanks for having us on today, Phil. So Man Cave Makeover is something that's never been done before in the YouTube enthusiast community, and we're just really excited about it. Essentially, we're accepting contestants from all around America looking for the ugliest man cave that we can find, and we're going to completely transform that space visually from an aesthetic standpoint, as well as acoustically, audio video wise, and turn that dull man cave into something truly epic. So we have manufacturers on board that are participating in the giveaway. We got Epson for projector and screen. We have Salamander that is going to house our new ultra short throw LS800. We truly believe that's one of the best ultra short throws in 2022 going into 2023. We're going to be having the Marantz, the new cinema line included for amplification and processing. And then we got Vocal for our speakers, SBS for low frequency bass, acoustics for our acoustics. We have Acoustic Innovations that donated a star ceiling, Valencia for our seating, and the ultimate movie player, Kaleidescape. So we're going to get into some of the details of all of the products that we're using here in just a minute, but that kind of gives you a run through of how big this giveaway is. So that's the equipment that we're using, but we're not stopping there. We're actually completely renovating the room. We're going to rip up the baseboards, rip up the carpet, and completely turn it into a beautiful space, which is something that nobody's ever done before at absolutely zero cost to the customer.
So you are making a mega man cave. So, okay, so say I have someone and I'm interested in applying and showing how ugly my room is and how desperate I want to have it upgraded. Half of these guys are going to go out there and try throw some stuff around and move some stuff around and make it look worse than what it actually is. But how do I actually get into this contest? How do I apply? How do I submit information?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So we are looking for the ugliest spaces. So we want the holes in the wall, baseboards ripped off, wires hanging everywhere. And what you're going to do is submit your man cave as well as a short video, 30 seconds to 1 minute long, to submissions@dreammediaav.com. And your submission must include your full name, email, address, phone number in that 30-second to 1 minute clip of the space.
And when are they going to have this submitted by?
Our deadline is going to be December 18th, and we're going to be revealing the winner of the giveaway on Christmas Eve, December 24th.
Okay, so Christmas time, that may be a great Christmas present. Hey, and beyond that, even if you do not win, you guys are going to actually do a multi-part series so people can follow the process, right? From ugly to great.
Yeah, absolutely. So towards the January, February timeframe, we haven't locked in exact times because we're going to have to line up contractors and actually, transform the space, which doesn't happen in one day. But we're going to be recording the series in January, February, and then in the first quarter of 2023, you're going to see a 10-part series come out where we take a deep dive into us completely transforming the space. The first video of the series is going to be on the 24th. I'm actually going to fly out to the contestant's home that wins, and we're going to surprise them at the door announcing this giveaway, which I'm really excited to see the look on their face when they win.
Okay, so lots of great product, but another important part of this is the service that goes along with it, the installation. So can you talk a little bit about Dreamedia and who you guys are? And because you had to herd all these cats and get all these manufacturers together to make this happen. So who is Dreamedia?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking. So Dreamedia is a direct-to-consumer electronic sales company. We sell everything from extremely high-end products like Trinov, Kaleidescape, Mad VR, Vocal, Sonos Faber, all the way to very entry-level systems. So we have theaters starting at $5,000 for a home theater package, all the way up to sky's the limit. And we actually have Kellen, who is our national sales director here on the call, who manages our Dreamedia Plus program. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that, Kellen.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. So as Zach mentioned, we have a sector that kind of is in its infancy this year. We have a few customers that are diving into what we are calling Dreamedia Plus. This is going to be more of a hands-on approach. Some of the products like Kaleidescape, Trinov that Zach mentioned do require some more intense setup, and that will be more on my aspect of things, being able to go out to the customer. Some of them, if they're just purchasing single items, may not qualify, but for a lot of the larger systems that we're doing this year, I'm actually traveling, doing on-site consultation ahead of time. We're doing plans, wiring diagrams, everything that would go into it from a design aspect, and then building the space. And those are some, $150,000 theater plus theaters that we're doing this year. So that's kind of been my baby that Zach's led us on to do this year, and you'll definitely see more of those crazy theaters coming to our channel.
Yeah, so that's one aspect of Dreamedia is this ultra premiere, these crazy high-end home theaters that you guys have been seeing on our channel here recently. But Dreamedia has been in business now 11 years, and we do everything from just your average home theater to these very sophisticated systems. So one thing that I wanted to show in this Man Cave Makeover series is products like ultra short throw that don't require a professional Dreamedia member to be on site, because we do have an extensive custom integrator preferred installer network throughout the country right now that's continuing to grow every single month. But currently Dreamedia has these custom integrators and these preferred installers in 26 different states, and we have a goal by the end of 2023 to have the entire nation covered, so that not only can you buy your product from Dreamedia and either DIY it or if you're going to go with something crazy high end, Kellen and my team will actually be there hands-on to give you that white glove service. But we also have these custom integrators that we uphold that 5-star service to throughout the whole country to assist you in installing these products if you don't want to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the nice thing about having you on, and that's why I want to have you on, because people see, projector reviews back there, and they think all we need to talk about is projectors. But we always stress at these summits that there's no such thing as a one-item solution. If you want to have an immersive, engaging experience, you need more than just a projector, and that means screens, sound systems, cabling, control, lighting, seating, and of course sources like Kaleidescapes. So all of that stuff you need in order to make this happen. Sounds like you're building a really, 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 really nice system, but any nice system needs a great source. And that is why Amanda is here, because one of your sponsors is Kaleidescape. I have Kaleidescapes in my lab and in my own personal theater. So let's talk a little bit about Kaleidescape and what's the advantage of a Kaleidescape over most media players and sources that are available to consumers.
Thank you, Phil. Yeah, and thanks, Zach and Kellen, too. This is really exciting for Kaleidescape to be part of something like this, the ultimate, man cave makeover sort of thing. And you can't really have an ultimate home theater without the ultimate movie player, which is Kaleidescape. So as a source device, Kaleidescape actually elevates every other component in your theater downstream, like your speakers, your processors, your projector screen, etc., because we are the only digital movie provider that has completely lossless audio and full fidelity resolution for your video as well. So what we do is we have gotten the lossless audio files from the studios, and we don't compress them at all. So your whole audio for your movies, TV series, concerts is going to be just completely like as the director or as the filmmakers produced it. And you're going to get the full sound from like the booms and explosions and even the whispers. So it's really nice to kind of just hear that experience. You're going to hear the difference there. And then from a video perspective, we preserve all of the resolution from the mezzanine files we get from the studio as well. So you're getting the really nice HDR color or the SDR color if you're doing 4K. And so essentially you're getting the best quality that you can get in a home theater from Kaleidescape. And another really cool thing about Kaleidescape as the source device is we actually embed metadata triggers into our movie files so that if you have a control system, it's actually going to trigger those controls. So you can set lighting cues to dim the lights, or if you have shades in your room, it'll close the shades for you. And then if you hit intermission on your remote control, it'll bring the lights back up maybe halfway or something like that. Just kind of depends on, you know, what you want to do and how you want your home theater experience to be. It's like having a digital projectionist at home. So it's really the best way to get a movie theater experience in your home.
Yeah, so high quality, and of course, it's the largest library. So if you're looking for 4K and HDR content, there's stuff that you can get on the Kaleidescape you just can't get even on disc, which is one of the reasons why I have one as well. And you don't have to worry about your kids playing PlayStation and knocking down your bandwidth, and all of a sudden the movie you're watching getting all jittery and full of video noise because your internet is not that good. You get consistent quality and a very, very large library. Now, in addition to the sources, let's talk about some of the other equipment that are in there. The sound system. Talk a little bit about Focal.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of manufacturers got super excited about this. And one thing that you'll see in this series is manufacturers that you've seen on our channel a lot here recently. And that's because we hand curated all of these manufacturers with the choices that we personally believe in. These are all manufacturers that we believe are the best and that we wanted to showcase as our partners in it. So Focal, I fell in love with them back in 2019 at CEDIA whenever they revealed their 300 series in wall setup. They had a 7.2.4 at that CEDIA convention, and I was like, I made a video on YouTube and said, what do you guys think? Should we be a dealer there? Because I was just blown away. And then the response from our customer base was huge. You know, we had a lot of people who were very interested in us carrying Focal, and the rest is really history. You know, we have thousands of Focal systems deployed at this point. And I just wanted to bring them on because I really do believe that they manufacture some of the best speakers out there. And as you can see, I could have gone with Focal for the high frequency, mid-range, and low end bass, but again, going back to what we personally believe, I feel like SVS makes some of the best bang for your buck subwoofers that you're gonna get, period. So Focal wanted to do the subs as well, but we decided to bring our guys on over at SVS for our low frequency bass. So the combination of the 302s, which is a new on-wall speaker that has their flax woofers and their titanium aluminum inverted dome tweeters, combined with the SVS, just creates an amazing immersive experience on the high, mids, and lows. Kellen, you got anything you can add in here?
Yeah, Focal, as you can see, I like Focal as well. That's the 1000 series that I'm using in my theater. But to Zach's point, I mean, the clarity and detail from Focal is unparalleled to me. I've yet to hear, you know, things that have beryllium tweeters will get close, but Focal has a really good attention to detail in their craftsmanship and as well as the detail in their sound. I really love Focal, and to Zach's point as well, SVS makes the best bang for your buck subwoofers. I think we're going to be doing a 724 or a 524 system, depending on the room and contestant that wins. But we're looking forward and really excited to be implementing Focal, as well as all of our other partners, which kind of leads us into the projection system as well with Epson's new ultra short throw, the LS800. It is a very bright, well, I should start over. It's a brand new projector for them. It's been in the works for the past 2 years. They did come out with the LS500, but they've been always working on the LS800 behind the scenes. So they were really proud and excited to bring this and announce it during CEDIA a couple months ago. And with that, it has a really bright 4,000 lumen. They are also utilizing their 3 LCD chip system that is using their pixel shifting technology as well. So a good thing about this projector, if you are prone to the rainbow effect, or if you have seen some ultra short those in the past that kind of have that sparkly effect on the screen, this projector actually does not do that, because yes, it is using a laser, but they are using LCD chips, not a triple laser system that kind of gives you that sparkle or rainbow effect. Some people are still prone, even though it's not using a color wheel, some people are still prone to a rainbow effect even in the triple lasers. So that's something important to note. It has a 2.5 million to 1 dynamic contrast ratio. It supports all the new latest and greatest HDR, HDR10 plus, HLG, with 10-bit color processing. It has Android TV built in if you're going to use Netflix and things like that if you're not using Kaleidescape. And it can do up to 100-inch image all the way up to a 150. I think we're going to be using a 100 or a 120 depending on the situation and contestant winner. But that's kind of wraps it up for Epson's LS800.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of the LS800. I just finished a review of the Epson LS800, which you can see on projectorreviews.com. And at its price point, it is unmatched when it comes to brightness and picture quality. We were quite impressed. The LS500 was a very good projector. The 800 is noticeably better. And one of the things I liked about it was the throw distance is one of the shortest in the industry, which means you could have a very big image without and still be able to put the projector on a cabinet. Great picture, great user interface, great picture quality. So it's an amazing piece. And of course, the last thing, since I could talk about it, because I know a little bit about it, you guys are going to be using a Marantz AVR, which is an 11-channel by 140 watt AVR receiver. It's Marantz's flagship receiver, and it supports pretty much every surround sound mode you could think of, whether it's DTS:X, IMAX Enhanced, Dolby Digital. Even if you have Auro 3D, you are good to go. So when you combine that flagship Marantz AVR with all of its capabilities and the ability to EQ 2 subs, because you're getting 2 subs, you're going to end up with a great sounding, immersive experience. So it sounds like an amazing, amazing package.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget about the acoustics and the seating, as well as the star ceiling from Acoustic Innovations. I mean, the winner of this theater should be blown away. I mean, it's a I would say all in all, we're probably over $60,000 in the total cost of the package giveaway. I also wanted to touch on the Marantz a little bit. If we end up doing a 5.2.4, Marantz is actually wanting to showcase their new cinema series, either the Cinema 40 or the Cinema 50, which we'll be making detailed videos on that, doing unboxings as well as review videos. So you guys can check that out on our YouTube channel as well.
Yes, and the new cinema series actually has a lot of innovations. The cinema series, you can actually use 4 subwoofers. It has the ability to EQ up to 4 subwoofers independently, which is pretty wild. You can also do things such as directional bass if you get crazy enough, where you can actually have the bass from the speaker closest to the subwoofer come from that sub. So if there's a bomb that goes off in the back, not only will you have the LFE signal, the 0.1, but also the bass from the bomb in the back will come from the back. So you get punched in the back. So it's really a really cool effect that we're going to be able to do this year on the newer Marantz Cinema Series AVRs. So whether you get the big boy, the SR8015, or you get one of the newer Cinema Series, depending on the size of your room, it is going to be a spectacular experience. And of course, like you said, Zach, you got to have all this gear. Where you got to put it? So things such as the Salamander cabinetry and where you're going to sit, the nice seating. It's like I said, it's a complete solution. This contestant is going to get everything they need to have a great home cinema experience. And that just shows how Dreamedia can help customers work from beginning to end to get a great experience. Anything else you guys want to cover before we're done?
I think that's about it. We're just really excited to see
it.
everybody's submissions. We've already received numerous really awesome, ugly man caves. So you guys still have a couple weeks left. Get those submissions in. We can't wait to see them.
Yes. So make sure you submit as quickly as possible. And then even if you don't get the opportunities to submit because you watched the video 2 days too late, which could be your fault, make sure that you still check out the multi-part series to see how the system progresses along the way. So Kaylin, you were going to say a few more things?
I was going to say, just make sure you get those submissions in because the clock is ticking.
So thank you guys for coming and talking about the Man Cave Makeover. And Amanda, I'm sure that person is going to be incredibly happy with their Kaleidescape. It's kind of one of those things that once you have one, it's really hard to go back. The physical
you're never going back.
It's kind of hard to go back to that after you experience the very best. So thank you guys for coming and take care, and we will talk to you soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.